Actually, that question came up a lot. Do you ever play with pick?
I don't. No,
You don't? Okay.
no. I mean, if I'm messing around with, electric guitar, of course, I'm not sitting there trying to do this stuff on a 7-string guitar. But yeah, for bass, just fingers.
Okay.
And before Cannibal Corpse, I had messed around with the pick a little bit, but I didn't like it. Really, it wasn't my thing. I've always felt like a good connection with the instrument just by playing with fingers. Now, I think a lot of pick bass players are great, and some of my favorite bass players play with picks.
Sure, yeah.
Like D.D. Verney is one of my favorives from Overkill. I think his sound is amazing, and he's just a killer player. So that's somebody who plays with a pick.
That bass was loud too, man. Like, for being thrash metal, like you never hear.
I love it. I'm like, yeah.
I was wondering, like, did the bass player mix this shit? I got it, guys. I'll mix it.
Get in that control room and take over. Man. We've been quiet long enough.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they have this song called They're Young, perhaps.
Yeah,
that's like a super mean. I heard that when my first bass teacher, Rodrigo Garcia, he was all into Metallica and Overkill, and I was more into like the progressive stuff, Symphony X and Dream Theater.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, that's all good, but you have to start with the basics. So Metallica, like things from 80s and 90s. And yeah, he was the guy who introduced me to Overkill and
yeah.
Because I don't think that debate is going on so much anymore, but 20 years ago there was this like fingers versus pick debate. It was almost this like dogmatic war that like, if you play with pick, you're not a real bass player. Gladly, I think that's kind of gone now with Meshuggah and Periphery. Kind of like people accepted that you can be, you're not less of a bass player for using a pick.
Yeah, absolutely not. I mean, there's so many great players who are doing things with a pick. It's hard what they're doing.
It's not easy.
I mean, just because they're not playing with fingers also doesn't mean that they probably can't. There's a lot of pick bass players. Like I know for sure Dick from Meshuggah is also a good finger player. I've read articles and stuff, and he's a jazz trained guy in many ways, right? So he's playing with the pick because that's appropriate for Meshuggah, I would assume.
What he can do with a pick
and he's a killer pick player.
We saw them. They came here 2-3 weeks ago. They played Tosca Festival.
Killer! Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the first time I saw them live. Like I saw them rehearse a couple of years ago, which is cool in a really surreal way. Like they're just standing in front of you playing these songs. But to see them live, like when they played Bleed, it was like unreal.
It's ripping, man.
The precision and the stamina also.
Yeah. We've had the good luck of having done a few shows with them, just festivals and stuff over the years, and I always check them out.
Yeah.
Gojira's bass player, another good one, and that's a band that sounds amazing every single time, and the bass is super clear.
Gojira's great, yeah.
We're going to be playing with them in England at the Bloodstock Festival.
With Gojira?
With Gojira, yeah. They're headlining too, so I can get done with my show and then watch those guys.
That's cool. Actually, we hung out with them. They played after the day after Meshuggah, so we're hanging out with those guys after, and I wasn't there with Gojira, but a couple of the guys from here were, and apparently like they're good buddies now.
Yeah,
they're an amazing band.
Yeah, killer band and another great pick player.
Yeah,
I'm glad that the pick versus fingers thing is kind of going away, because who cares? And it doesn't make these guys, Jason Newsted, David Ellefson, D.D. Verney, all these guys are great bass players. They're playing with pick. So what? It sounds great. They're great musicians.
A good musician will play well no matter what what they use.